All right, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be telling you about a couple of new Ethereum, so ERC20 based crypto projects that have come about within the last 6 months. And I believe these projects, which I'm about to list out and give you, are projects that definitely have the potential to do a 5x. That's at least my anticipation with most of these. So I'm going to be going over each of them, sharing my analysis and also price predictions as well. So if you don't have literally 2 minutes to just sit down and watch this video, then I don't know what to tell you. Just go back to trading Stellar Lumens and Bitcoin Cash on Coinbase and call it a day. So let's get into it. So the first one on the list is Gradient. So Gradient is giving low cap tokens deeper liquidity and also giving zero price impact as well. And essentially, it's basically like a special crypto marketplace where trades don't actually move the price up or down. Instead, it matches people directly with each other. So both sides get a fair deal and there's no hidden costs, or like, for example, with things like slippage. So that's basically the brief overview of Gradient. They have a decent amount of KOLs on board. 100% of the supply is circulating of the 10 million as well. So current market cap is at 10 million. And, the project launched in June and has done quite well. Honestly, surprisingly well. I did not see it doing this well, but they caught wind of a couple of big KOLs, and the product is also quite interesting given just what they're trying to solve in the market, because trading low caps, there's always a problem with slippage and moving the price up or down a lot. So they're basically solving that problem essentially. Now, they had a all-time high at around 27 million. If you count this wick up to an all-time high, that was at 27 million, so it's down 60% right now. Now, Gradient and the rest of the projects, which I'm about to be telling you, have never been out in the market when there is a mania phase. So we haven't gone through this mania phase at all yet. So it's in my best belief that I think that Gradient could actually hit a 100 million market cap, given the KOLs that they have onboarded, just what they're building with their product as well. I definitely find it interesting. And like I said, they haven't been around during a mania phase. They've essentially just been building since then. So personally, I think there is the potential for this project to at least go up to 50 million to 100 million for market cap, which even 50 million at this point would be a 5x to where it is now. All right, the next one is AVM, or Agents Virtual Machine. So this project came about in June. So it has been basically just trading sideways really since the TGE. Luckily, I prepared for this project and, got in at TGE, as, I posted it to my group, which you can find linked down below. But it's basically been just trading sideways since then. And, it had this dip as well, just like Gray did. Gray had this dip where it kind of bounced recently, but it's kind of found its previous support line. And that's basically what AVM has done. And it's just been hovering since then. So, a lot of projects have been kind of following the same trend. Recently kind of waking down to this zone, but it looks like it has found some support and it's back on the previous support on this range. So AVM is the supercomputer for AI agents. It basically takes code from AI models like GPT-4 and it runs it safely in a secure sandbox and then returns results. So I think this is a really interesting project. It also, just like Gray, it has never been around during a mania phase, right? And so I believe that this project could actually hit 100 million as well, definitely at least 50 million, just like Gray. So that's kind of where I see it in terms of price targets. So that's ultimately where I see it, is in this range of like a 5x at least. Now, a recently birthed project, can I actually say that, is Robora. So the crypto market is in need of a robotics project, right? There's been AI hype for a few years now, right? But crypto people, they have the attention span of a goldfish and they want that next narrative, right? Feed me, feed me. That's what crypto people are saying constantly with narratives. So a narrative which crypto people have been begging for is robotics, just like in traditional markets with Tesla and, a lot of different, tech companies. There's kind of this move for robotics, and the crypto market space is the same way. So, there has been hype about AI, but now people want to see AI in robotics, right? So that's kind of from the investor standpoint. Now, Robora is this Chinese robotics crypto project. And so basically they're connecting crypto with robotics. So you can see here modular robotics, endless innovation. So you can see here decentralized robotics, drag and drop designs for hobbyists to pros. So essentially it's helping build robotics, right? You can take a look at their X accounts. You can see them at, these robotics expos, right? So there has been a couple of KOLs which have been boosting the project up. Right now the 24-hour volume is juicy at 662,000. That is very juicy. There is still buy sell tax of 5.5. And there's a little bit of inflation, but a max supply at 100 million, so really not bad. Overall, I think this is a decent project in the robotics play and could potentially receive a lot of hype in the future. Now, a project that has been around for over 6 months is Privix, but they're actually relaunching, and Privix did very well. Like if you take a look at it, the market cap did quite well, going from 500,000 all the way up to 13 million. It's done very well for itself. And recently they have announced that they are relaunching the token. You can read a bit more about it on X. And the relaunch is also going to be on September 17th as well. So Privix is a privacy related project that now is going to be reborn. Essentially, I guess the TLDR is that the project themselves needed a bit more supply for some of the future partnerships and projects that they're going to build out. That's at least how I understand it. And so I definitely think it's one to watch on the 17th of September for the new launch. We'll see how that does. And I also posted this in my group before TGE actually, and then at TGE. So then it was 500,000 for a market cap, soared over 13 million looks like for its all-time high. So this project did pretty well, right? To get in that early, right? Did over 10x. So if you want to see more calls like this, then make sure to join my school group, which is linked at the top link in the description below. Now, the next project is Messiah. So how I understand it is basically you can buy nodes for pretty cheap and you can still run them and earn rewards that way. You don't have to buy expensive infrastructure to run nodes. Essentially, you can have fractionalized nodes. That's how I understand it. So Messiah Network is a project that I was watching way before TGE. I was talking about it in the Telegram group. And yeah, it did pretty well post TGE. There is only 7% of the 100 million circulating. I don't fully like that because then the FDV is quite high, right? I prefer if this was a bit higher, the circulating supply, but it still did very well post TGE, going from around 500 to 700,000 all the way up to, it looks like around 3.6 million. It did quite well. Now, since then, it has fallen kind of flat, and the 24-hour volume has also gone pretty low. If you take a look, you can just see like how flatlined a lot of it is, right? And right now it's only at 30,000 for 24-hour volume, which is not too good, but there is some price recovery in the chart, which looks good. So this could be a project to watch. All right, now to talk about some honorable mentions real quick. We have Workloop. So this is basically a project that's providing business tools, that type of thing. Basically AI workflow automation, connecting business tools like Slack, Notion, and just handling repetitive tasks for businesses. Now, that's kind of the TLDR of the project. So I'm not really sure how that's going to translate and do well in terms of a crypto project. Like, will the average just crypto degen want to buy Workloop, the token, because they speculate that the project is going to go up? I don't really think so. Based on just like providing business solutions for companies. I don't really see it doing well. In fact, I don't really see the need of a token, to be honest. But just like Messiah, the price has bounced a little bit recently, so I'm not really sure. Personally, I'm not holding this one. I'm not quite bullish on it, but it has released within the past 6 months and has done okay in terms of price action. Now, another project is Kiwi. So Kiwi also launched within the past 6 months, and it's basically like for swapping. So you can see they compare themselves to Uniswap, Jupiter, KiwiSwap, 1inch, Banana, right, Pancake, Sushi. And they basically just compare themselves against all of them. And basically they say what they do better than the rest of them, right? Now, that is a very tough niche to, break through, right? And they've done pretty well. They, came from this market cap hovering around 3 million all the way up to 16 million for the all-time high, but it has gone down quite a lot recently. The 24-hour volume is okay, sitting at around 72,000, but it is down 73% for the project. So I think this is one to potentially look out for and watch. I'm not really sure how bullish this project is going to be. Similar to Workloop, I'm just not sure how well it's going to do. I mean, I know there was Papel that came about fairly recently as well, which was another kind of DEX solution. And Papel has done very well. It basically was just trading sideways, and now it's sitting at a market cap at 8.3 million. It had a previous all-time high at around 14 million. And personally, I see Pineapple as doing a bit better than Kiwi, to be honest. That's just kind of my thoughts, just reviewing the product, website, that type of thing. I'm a little bit more bullish on it. So that's all I have for this one. Let me know your thoughts about these in the comments down below. I'll see you guys in the next one.